What if I told you that the guilt you carry, the shame you feel, and the constant fear that you're not Christian enough isn't actually what God wants for you? I know what you're feeling. I've had moments where I feel like I'll never measure up. So then you start to tell yourself, be a good Christian, be a good Christian, be a good Christian. What does that even mean? We tell ourselves, okay, I gotta read more, I got to pray more, I need to go to church more. What ends up happening is we continue to sin and we continue to fail God. And then we feel this pain in our heart. Maybe I'm just a hypocrite. I don't even change, so what's the point of being a Christian? In a sense, it's good that God's convicting you that you need to change for the better. We're not completely numb, sinning and not feeling a thing, but you've been lied to. The feeling like I'm a bad Christian is one of the biggest lies that the enemy wants you to believe. You know what's crazy? The enemy doesn't need you to stop believing in God. He just needs you to believe that God is disappointed in you. Why? When you think that somebody's disappointed in you, what do you end up doing? You stop talking to them? What does that look like with our relationship with God? Well, we stop praying, we stop reading His Word, we stop worshiping God. Instead of running to Jesus, we run away from Jesus because we think that we are unworthy. You clicked on this video today because you need to hear this. Jesus didn't die for the perfect version of you that has it all together. He died for the you that's struggling, for the you that fails but gets back up. Instead of running from God, confront the shame, the guilt that you feel. Romans 7:18 says this, I know that nothing good lives in me. Nothing good lives in my corrupt nature. Although I have the desire to do what is right, I don't do it. I don't do the good that I want to do. Instead, I do the evil that I don't want to do. Break up with sin. Break up with the person that you used to be. Great godly men and women struggled, but they confronted the sin. They repented and they kept moving forward. God has already forgiven us, but it is time for us to break up with that sin that wants to keep you a slave. Your weakness isn't what disqualifies you. It's what makes God's grace shine brighter on you. If you're carrying this weight of guilt, keep having those thoughts, I'm not good enough. I want to tell you something. You don't have to perform for God. You don't have to earn His love. You already have it. Because the Father isn't looking at you with disappointment. He's not looking at you with disgust. He's actually looking at you from a distance as you run back home with His arms wide open. But how can we better our walk with Christ? Because that's the goal. Well, for one, stop measuring yourself by perfection. I can relate to that so bad. I grew up in a legalistic church. Literally would separate the men from the women. We were told no earrings, no makeup, your skirt has to be a certain length. It was what I call holy from the outside. I think that's really where my struggle came to measure up, to be Christian enough. Thank goodness, by the grace of God, I understood that Jesus looks at the heart. He looks at the intention. But you know who looks at the outward appearance and disqualifies you based off of that? The Pharisee. And you know what Jesus had to say to them? Matthew 23, verse 27. You Pharisees and teachers are in trouble. You're nothing but show-offs. You're like tombs that have been whitewashed. On the outside, they are beautiful, but on the inside, they're full of bones and filth. That's what you are like. Outside, you look good, but inside, you are evil and only pretend to be good. I don't want to be a Pharisee. I do not want to be a Pharisee. Stop judging yourself based off of the standards of the Pharisees. Ask God to reveal to you the areas that you need to fix and fix it. Second thing we can do is stop comparing your walk with others. Everybody is on a different path. You're not behind. As long as you're actively trying to change, you are growing. But we do this constantly. Compare. God's plan for Stacy is not the same plan God has for you. Stacy has her own issues that God's helping her through, and God's taking her through a different process that looks different than yours. God's plan for us might look different, but we all share something as children of God, which is one, he calls us to follow him. Have you read when Jesus found his first disciples? He would literally stop them in the middle of what they were doing and call them and say, follow me. What does God desire? Obedience. 2, live by faith. That just means trusting, depending on him, not yourself. Reading the Bible, going to church, praying is all going to help you stay connected to God. Number 3, run to God, not from him. When you feel like you're a bad Christian, that's not the time to pull away. That's the time to press in. There are a lot of people, a lot of sons and daughters who are staying away or who are in the church who feel that they are alone, who feel like they are not good enough. Share this video with them. Something I need you to know is once you decide to change your ways and follow Jesus with all your heart, there are going to be people who leave your life. And that's never easy. So I made this video right here. Watch it so you know what to expect. And remember to always be kind, be wise, and always, always, always have faith. God bless you.